Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. On this Thursday, I'm Justin Gould. Our Matt Hummel is on assignment. Happening now, the murder trial against a Jamestown man continues in Mayville. We'll have a live report. Plus, Chautauqua County Executive George Borrello was endorsed by county Republicans last night to fill Senator Young's vacated seat. But first, we get a check of our forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is standing by with a live look over Erie. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin, and happy Thursday to all of you. We're past the middle of the week, and look at how warm it is. 62 already at this camera site in Erie, and the temperatures are going to continue to rise, but we're not going to see a whole lot of sunshine, though. That's the downside. But hey, who cares when it's this warm? 6 more days to go until the official start of spring that comes up next week. And we're going to see, and this is a nice little taste of spring. It's not going to last, but I think we might actually get into a springtime pattern as we look out toward the end of the month. First Defense Doppler, we're clear right now across western New York. This is the leading edge of some of that precipitation that may start to sneak in here this afternoon and especially tonight with a few thunderstorms. So, and again, because of this is in association with that whole system we told you about yesterday, the winds will also come up. So there's a wind advisory in place all the way until 8 p.m. tomorrow for basically the southern tier and also Erie County, PA as well. So winds could gust over 40 to 50 miles an hour. So hour by hour temperatures, look at this, 60, 61. We've not seen 60 since November of last year. And with mostly cloudy skies, but limited chance for rain. We'll time out the rain chances plus snow returns. Yeah, we'll talk about it with that Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-day later on in the show. Justin?
Oh, Dakota, not looking forward to that.
I'm sorry.
What are you going to do? All right, sir. Thank you. Our top story, court has recessed in Mayville for the trial against a Jamestown man who is accused of shooting and killing another man on Livingston Avenue last July. Our Matt Hummel is standing by live from the courthouse there in Mayville. You can hear the bells in the background. It is noon. Matt, good afternoon to you. You heard a lot of testimony today in this case. What is the latest?
Okay, there we go, Justin. Had to wait for the 12th bell there. But anyways, Detective Rex Goot of the Jamestown Police Department, Justin, was called to the stand this morning by District Attorney Patrick Swanson. As a matter of fact, before lunch recess, Goot was still on the stand, and he's being asked a series of questions by Ned Barone, now public defender, who's representing Mr. Wagoner. Now, Patrick Swanson asked Detective Goot a series of questions, including what exactly he did on the day of July 24th. On the day of July 24th, Rex Goot testified that he showed up to the scene, collected some evidence, interviewed Daryl Ferraro, who was one of the 2 witnesses that saw Wagoner allegedly shoot and kill Mishishima. So there was discussions that day. Also, Mr. Swanson asked Detective Goot the process of the booking process that Wagoner went through. And during the booking process, Wagoner reportedly dropped a motorcycle title out of his pants in the waist area. Now, DA Swanson did try to insert a video evidence of Mr. Wagoner as this paper fell out of his pocket, but Judge Foley did not allow the video to be submitted into evidence, citing that it was prejudicial. Right now, they're also discussing events that led up to the shooting, Justin, but we'll have more on the website later on this afternoon and actually into tomorrow morning.
All right, Matt, thank you for your reporting there in Mayville. We really appreciate it. And of course, as Matt said, we'll have much more on WNYNewsNow.com as time moves along. Other news we're following: New York State Police arrested a Kennedy man Tuesday who was wanted for a retail theft in Warren, Pennsylvania. Troopers said that 55-year-old Ralph Pratt was taken into custody at the Poland Center trailer park after they received a tip he was staying there. Police said Pratt was processed at the State Police Barracks in Jamestown and transported to Chautauqua County Jail pending arraignment. And the Village of Sullivan woman is facing charges after the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office said she received more than $1,000 in untitled food stamp benefits. 28-year-old Crystal Ingerson is facing many charges, including felony misuse of food stamps. Investigators say from December 1st, 2015 through September 30th of 2016, Ingerson failed to notify the Chautauqua County Department of Health and Human Services that she had income and employment. Ingerson is scheduled to appear in the City of Jamestown court at a later date. Chautauqua County Republican Party has endorsed Chautauqua County Executive George Borrello as their candidate to fill the New York State Senator seat for New York State Senator Kathy Young that she vacated earlier this week. Borrello, in an interview with WNY News Now today, said he is ready to take the next step to serve the people of Chautauqua County and the 57th Senate District.
So many of the initiatives that we've worked on so far are already regional efforts. You know, when you start talking about creating a Gateway Center in Ripley, New York, that's all about representing all of Western New York and the Southern Tier. In fact, we had phone calls from places as far away as Genesee County for people that were interested in supporting this effort. So, that's a regional effort to begin with. As is the hops and grains co-op idea. It's going to require a tremendous amount of farm acreage in order to produce what's going to be needed to fill up the demand that's coming. So that's a regional effort that's going to spread throughout the 57th district, and the strong agriculture that we already have there can be strengthened even more. So in a way, I've already worked on regional efforts that will impact positively the people throughout the 57th district. So I just want to tell that story to people, and hopefully that'll help them build the confidence that I'll represent them well, and I will represent them well as their senator.
Now, on Tuesday, Borrello was endorsed for the seat by the Chautauqua County Conservative Party. He said if he's chosen as the candidate and elected, he will use one of his most valuable skills: cooperating with others. New York State and Governor Andrew Cuomo will likely call for a special election after April 6th, according to new rules passed by state lawmakers earlier this year. If the governor does not call a special election, the Chautauqua County Board of Elections said the position will remain vacant until this November's general election. Whoever is chosen as the district-wide candidate will then have to win over other Republican parties in Cattaraugus, Allegheny, and Livingston counties. Borrello said he will be meeting with other district Republicans this week to talk more about his campaign bid. Former New York State Senator Kathy Young began her new job as director of Cornell University's Center of Excellence for Food and Agriculture earlier this week. Hopefully everybody is having a happy Thursday out there. Thank you so much for joining us here for WNY News Now. Saying hello to Joe, who looks like he's on Team Borrello, certainly. A lot of people seeing this news. WNY News Now was the first to break the news that Borrello was endorsed here in Chautauqua County. Talking with him earlier this morning at the Dream It Do It STEM Wars event that we'll have more on coming up here. He's very much eager to continue for that seat, and he very much, as he talked about in that soundbite, says that he wants to try to win over other Republicans, and not just Republicans, but everybody from those other counties, Cattaraugus being one of the biggest right next to us. So he's going to be talking with those folks later on this week, and we'll, of course, continue to follow that story here on WNY News Now. Also saying hello to David, Gary as well. Both of you, I agree. No snow. Please, no snow. It looks like Scott is watching, Pam is watching, Jason is watching. Hello to you. Alberta is watching as well. Good afternoon. I hope you are also enjoying the warmth, Alberta, because I know I certainly am. We have a lot more to tell you about coming up next in an event happening right now. The Dream It Do It STEM Wars. We'll take you there in just a bit. Dakota.
First Defense Doppler, you can see, oh yeah, that's a train of moisture associated with bombogenesis. Part of it's heading our way. We'll time it out. Coming up next, News Now at Noon continues in just a few minutes.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Family is so important to Michael and I. Both of our families attend this church. So March 15th is going to be a night that, we're welcoming people. It's not church. It's a family night, we're calling it. It's fun. We're going to have activities for the children. We're going to have music. We're going to have refreshments. There's like something for everyone.
All the churches that I've ever been in, I've been in church since I was a little baby, all the way up until now. This church has the most love in it that I've ever experienced.
So like our Facebook page, New Hope Church on Facebook.
We also have a website,
yeah.
newhopejamestown.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
When I'm streaming and I'm talking to my community, we have that literally split-second interaction. If somebody says hello, I say hello right back immediately, and it kind of creates that connection. Because like my subscribers and my followers, we pretty much go by Re-Ups Army. All the hate and everything that goes around, that's kind of like our mission statement, is just be positive and enjoy each other's time. It's more or less just trying to use the internet in a positive way. Like we all from around the world get to connect on the same level, which is, we all love video games. Mixer.com/Re-Up. I'm live every single day, 8 p.m.
An annual event to raise awareness for the need for skilled manufacturing is happening right now at Jamestown Community College. Dream It, Do It STEM Wars started this morning at 9 a.m. and features a wide variety of technology-related events and a career search for high school students here in Chautauqua County. In years past, the event has brought together more than 900 students from around the region. Dream It, Do It coordinator Carly Abet says this year's event will most likely top that number.
I'm so excited to just walk around today and see what all is happening. I mean, these students get so involved and it's awesome. They're using valuable skills and knowledge to create a product that they're competing with. It's something that, like George Borrello had said in his opening sentiment, it's never really occurred before STEM Wars to be able to bring those skills, those STEM skills here and compete using them. So it is like an athletic event and it's bringing all these students together.
Now, event organizers say students partake in fun and educational events featuring STEM activity competitions, a local business and manufacturing career fair, and on-site team building and leadership skill projects as well. Well, Congressman Tom Reed is fighting for Truck Light to stay in New York State after hearing that the company will migrate its corporate headquarters to Michigan. WNY News Now asked Reed about what he's heard regarding Truck Light's future during a telephone conference with reporters earlier this week. Reed said he isn't quite sure what departments are included in this move.
We've heard it's corporate employees only. We heard it's the engineering department, the professional staff only, and we've heard it's all of them. And so we are still trying to lock down a firm commitment from Truck Light as to who is potentially relocating from Michigan or to Michigan.
Now, Reed believes one way to keep Truck Light from moving out of state is to cut taxes and regulations. The Food and Drug Administration wants to keep e-cigarettes out of the hands of teens, and it's putting all manufacturers and retailers on notice. The agency is making it harder for teens to buy flavored e-cigarettes. Recommendations revealed Wednesday that they would restrict the sale of flavored tobacco products to minors, as well as require FDA approval for such products by 2021. Outgoing FDA Commissioner Scott Dello says that the recommendations would likely lead to some e-cigarette products being taken off the market. He also said under the proposed policy, manufacturers and retailers may be subject to FDA enforcement for selling e-cigarettes without authorization. Now, these moves are necessary, according to Gabello, as public health experts note a significant increase in teen tobacco use directly tied to e-cigarette use. If finalized, the recommendations will replace a policy proposed back in 2017. Interesting. Well, Facebook and its various platforms experienced an outage on Wednesday, stretching beyond 14 hours. It's believed that the social network's biggest interruption ever, affecting everything from you scrolling through your timeline to our own WNY News Now broadcast. But there were some signs of the issues ending earlier on this morning. The lengthy disruption is likely to upset advertisers that spend large amounts of money on this platform to keep customers here. Samuel Burke joins us now with more. Hello, Samuel.
This is believed to be the biggest outage ever suffered by the social network. And keep in mind, this didn't just affect Facebook's more than 2 billion users possibly, also the other group of apps that they own, like Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Those applications also seeing problems on their platforms. This went on for over 14 hours, though by Thursday morning, it looked like Facebook was getting back on its feet. There were rumors that this might have been a DDoS attack. That's basically when hackers or other groups inundate a company like Facebook, their servers, but the social network is saying that's not what happened here, though they're not sharing exactly what was the cause. It could not happen at a worse time for Facebook. That's because federal prosecutors are now conducting a criminal investigation into the social network's data sharing deals with a number of large technology companies. That's according to a report from the New York Times. As part of the investigation, a New York grand jury has also subpoenaed 2 well-known smartphone makers for records related to the investigation. That's according to the New York Times newspaper. Now, Facebook, for its part, is saying that this is something that they have already addressed prior to this. Facebook saying, quote, "As we've said before, we are cooperating with investigators and take those probes seriously. We've provided public testimony, answered questions, and pledged that we will continue to do so." This, of course, all comes on the heels of Mark Zuckerberg just last week announcing that the company would be pivoting to privacy, focusing more on its messaging platforms and enabling messages that disappear. Looks like Facebook may want some of those messages to disappear right now. I'm Samuel Burke. Back to you.
Yeah, absolutely, Samuel. Thank you for that. Did you have any trouble yesterday? Let us know. We certainly did. I know our engineers had quite a hard time, and as you may or may not have known, yesterday was my first day back from vacay, so that was a great welcome back, Kip, nevertheless. Want to check in with the comments. Say hello to Wendy. Hopefully you are doing well. Cindy, hello to you. Lance has joined us as well. Good afternoon, sir. Gary, such happy to see you. Always happy to see you. Andrew as well joining us. Hello, hello, hello. And it looks like Tom is here, and our own Dakota Hunterelli is watching from his weather office. Thank you to all of you, and thank you, Wendy, for welcoming me back. I really appreciate it. Had a good time down in Florida. A lot warmer than it was here, but I'm glad temps certainly are on the up and up, at least for today, just for today. We'll see what happens down the road. And it looks like a lot of people are talking about the e-cigarettes. Certainly, certainly a big topic. Some states don't even regulate them. New York State does. So if you are under the age, you necessarily can't go and buy them. But I know a lot of places you can buy them online. Really, certainly a heated topic, and I think that a lot of people on both sides are looking into that. Cindy says, yeah, she didn't watch us at all. Yeah, Cindy, and you can actually, we were live on our app, just like we are right now on WNY News Now. If you haven't downloaded it, please do. Search us up on the Google Store or the Apple Store, wherever you get apps for your cell phone. You can download it right now and watch us 24/7 right here, which is pretty awesome. And we're still uninterrupted yesterday, but I know here on Facebook Live, it's an awesome tool to be able to interact with everybody. So it's just before noon yeah, exactly. And, I wasn't even able to log in to Facebook yesterday. So maybe, though, it was a sign that we don't need so much social media. What do you think? Probably not. Who knows? I think the world might be addicted. I'm saying hello to David. Hopefully you are doing well. I know I will see you in just a couple of days here. Saying hello to Gabe and to Anna as well. Thank you all so much for watching. We have so much more to tell you about. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter with a look at our First Defense weather forecast. How long will these warm temperatures stick? We'll let you know. Coming up next.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's gonna have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's gonna have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs, no matter the season. Brotherhood Property Maintenance does it all, from professional plowing during the winter months to expert landscaping all summer long. Count on Brotherhood Property Maintenance for mowing, landscaping, tree work, spring and fall cleanup, plus snow removal. Serving both commercial and residential lots, check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us right now to book an appointment.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Let's get social with social media. Have y'all heard that song? It's awful. 50, but this wasn't awful. 51 degrees was the official high yesterday. That felt great. And we only bottomed out at 44 this morning. So, man, that felt good. And we're going to have at least a couple more days of that. Saturday is the annual Turn the Chattacoin Green for St. Paddy's Day. So how's it looking? Yeah, cold. A few snowflakes flying, but all in all, this isn't bad. Remember, it was much worse last year. Actually, no. Was it worse last year? Yeah, I think it was. We had a little bit more snow last year.
No, it was worse.
It was definitely worse last year. So, hey,
cold.
26 degrees, we'll take it. Few snow showers, but it's not going to be as warm as it is now. News now, Cam, a mostly cloudy sky, but there are some peaks in the cloud cover that's allowing the temperature to skyrocket. 58 is the current temp at noon. There's that south wind, and again, we actually don't calculate the wind chill when we have temperatures over 50, so it feels like 55. When you step outside, we start getting into the heat index number. Now, one of the other problems that we're looking at is winds. Again, the winds will be coming up tonight, so this is by about 10 o'clock tonight. You can see wind gusts mainly right near the Lake Erie shoreline, 30 to 40 miles per hour. But as we advance this through time, I think the strongest winds are going to come mainly tomorrow morning. You can see some spots will flirt with around 50 miles per hour. And again, wind advisory does remain in effect until 8 p.m. tomorrow for Chautauqua County. So here we go with the First Defense Doppler. Again, we have nothing across the region. This is the leading edge of that precipitation that may start to sneak in here throughout the afternoon, but the majority of the day is dry. Look at this. This is a train of moisture associated with bombogenesis, which is currently passing in the Midwest. And look at this. That's this yellow box is a severe thunderstorm, a tornado watch, and you can see all the polygons popping up here for severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. And behind this, it's a blizzard up here in the northwest. And look at this comma head. That's the actual center of the low right there. This is called bombogenesis. This is a very intense storm. The actual center is passing to our west, and we're on the side of this moisture now. And this is just the view of it on the entire CONUS. I mean, that is just a gorgeous looking storm. So again, here, there is an enhanced risk for severe weather to our west. Now you can see here that the Storm Prediction Center has clipped pretty much parts of Erie, PA under this marginal risk. There is a chance this may get extended into tonight, but again, any severe weather is going to be limited. We'll show that to you here on FutureScan. This is one of the super high resolution computer models we have access to. You can see here that we have just a few scattered showers for the afternoon. Here comes that storm system. You can see here, this is the potential where you're going to get into those showers and storms. And this is just by about, I'd say about 10 o'clock tonight. This right in here is the potential where we're going to get into some of those embedded thunderstorms. And again, I think if there is a chance for a strong thunderstorm, it's going to be right in here. And again, the overall dynamics are not in place for an organized severe weather threat, but it could enhance because it's going to be gusty tonight. Definitely strong winds will definitely be the main factor, but some small hail definitely is possible. So as we go throughout the night here, 50, that's where we're going to bottom out tonight. That is very warm and mild. A few thunderstorms through the overnight, and it's going to remain gusty. Tomorrow we start around 51. This is the forecast high. 51. Early in the morning, more clouds than sun, and watch what happens as we go through the afternoon. Temperatures fall to around 36. Rain showers in the afternoon will ultimately change over to a few snow showers as we go throughout the night. Next 7 days of your life, brought to you by Brotherhood Property Maintenance. 51 and falling Friday, 31 Saturday, few snow showers, and you can see here that St. Patrick's Day, cold with a few snow showers, but hey, 40s return for mid next week. Sports is next. Do not go away.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
It is Thursday, sports fans, which means we are nearing the end of the work week. Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Happening right now in college basketball, the Buffalo Bulls are battling the Akron Zips in the MAC tournament. The Bulls are the top-seeded team in the tournament, while Akron is the number 8 seed. Whoever wins will advance to the next round of the MAC tournament to battle the winner of the Central Michigan versus Kent State game, which will be later this afternoon at 2:30. The Bulls game can be viewed on ESPN+. Besides high school baseball coming up, there is also high school softball starting up in a couple weeks' time. One of the first softball games happening will be on March 26th. As the Chautauqua Lake Thunderbirds will battle the Maple Grove Red Dragons in a non-conference game. Another softball game which will be going on to start off the season will be on April 1st when the Falconer Golden Falcons will be playing against the Fredonia Hillbillies. The Falconer-Fredonia game will be a conference battle. Later on this afternoon with a 1:07 first pitch, the New York Yankees will host the Toronto Blue Jays as spring training is at the beginning of ceasing this season. The Yankees' last game ended in a 5-5 tie versus the Philadelphia Phillies on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Toronto lost their last game 6-4 against the Baltimore Orioles, which also occurred Wednesday. Although the game will not be on local television, it can still be viewed on the MLB At Bat app. Justin, back to you.
All right, Norm, looking forward to some springtime fun. Thank you, sir. Well, Chautauqua County's annual fishing essay contest is now underway. The Chautauqua County Sports Fishery Advisory Board announced yesterday the 27th annual fishing essay contest is accepting submissions, and all entries must be submitted by April 12th. Now, county officials said that the contest is open to all Chautauqua County residents in 3rd grade through 6th grade who attend public, private, or are homeschooled. Essays must follow this year's topic, which is, what can you and your classmates do to help preserve our rivers, lakes, and ponds for fishing and enjoying nature? Entries must be 250 words or less and can be submitted singly or together as a class. All participants will receive a certificate, and at least 8 winners from each grade will receive a spin cast and fishing pole kit. Now, among the winners, the grand prize winners will be selected to go on a fishing trip with Chautauqua County Executive George Borrello this summer.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually can't wait to get out and hit the water, honestly.
I've never fished.
No? It's fun.
My dad did many years ago, so.
I was very much a anti-fishing kind of person up until
You thought the
last
poles hurt
summer.
the fish?
No, I just didn't see myself as a fisherman. Or
out there with those shorts.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to get myself in trouble for saying this, but I'm going to say it. I've
Oh,
always
go ahead.
thought
It's
of-
just us girls.
I've always thought of fishing as kind of a gross sport. Because you have like the bait and the
Right.
tackle, and you'd think it'd be like the big redneck guy who drives
Right,
the Ford
right.
truck, you know,
Yeah.
my red Ford. But it's not that at all.
Right,
It
right.
can be,
Right.
but it's not that at all.
Right.
It's really graceful. It takes a lot of skill, and it's relaxing. When I tried it for the first time, we use lures, so there is no actual live
Right.
bait. And it is one of the most fun things I've ever done in my entire life.
Well, actually, I do take that back. I did fish once at the state park.
Yeah.
We went there with my mom's family several years ago, and we went out on the lake and we fished, but I didn't catch anything.
No.
I sucked.
It's okay. Well, I'll take you out.
Yeah, that's
I'll get
good.
you better.
Also, by the way, our staff didn't get the memo. Today is STEM Day to celebrate women in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So that's why my shirt is purple and my tie is purple.
I should've
Our
worn
staff
purple.
didn't get the memo this morning.
I'm sorry. I didn't get it.
But at least I rep.
Dakota knows how to. Let's see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.